You know? Keep going.
They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good.
That's right. So you're making all these idols, but all these idols can't save you. All this worshiping of all these different customs of the heathen is not going to save you in these times. Because little did you people know, 60% of America is in a drought right now. And there ain't going to be no food for you people to eat. And the only thing that could protect you in these days, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and His word, and Him calling you, you already brushed that away to continue on with your miserable lives. Because most of you people are dependent on the government. And the government is dependent on going against you people and putting you people to death in their re-education centers, in their concentration camps, via the guillotine. That's true.
Zephaniah 1 and 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of His jealousy.
That's right. What's the fire of His jealousy? You got the listen, son. The fire of His jealousy is called the missile. And some of these missiles is equipped with nuclear weapons, nuclear warheads. The same instrument that was used in Sodom and Gomorrah. Except it wasn't used by man, it was used by the Most High, because what a nuclear missile basically does is split the atom. So the only thing the Most High did was split an atom above Sodom and Gomorrah to destroy it by fire. And that's the same thing that's going to happen in World War III. James.
James 1 and 5. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
That's right. And how, Micah, second chapter. And how have you reaped treasures, man? And hold me Numbers 35. How have you people reaped your treasures? By rape, robbery, and murder, man. That's the only way you got your treasures, man. If you do a diligent search on the richest people in the world, in some way, shape, or form, they got their treasures from rape, robbery, and murder. And the slave trade of the Negroes, which are the Jews, according to the scriptures. Not according to lies that the devil cast out. Matter of fact, get that. You had it 12 and 50 up there. Get that real quick.
Revelation 12 and 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
That's right, the serpent. Which is the serpent? The so-called white man, the Edomites of the scriptures. Cain in the reincarnation. And what was that flood? It was the flood of lies that say that they were the true Israelites. That the true Israelites were savages, were servants, were 3/5 of a human being. They set up the Amalekites, which is the so-called Jews that live in the land of Israel today, as the true Jews, who are nothing but a bunch of homosexuals, and they don't even follow the scriptures, they follow the Talmud. Can you give me that Revelation 2:9 and 3:9?
Revelation 2:9. I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
That's right. The blasphemy of those that say they're Jews, but they are not. Can you give me Jeremiah 14:2? And what's one of the ways we could tell that those people in Israel today are not the real Jews, besides the scripture that we just read?
Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth.
That's right. So the real Jews are in mourning right now. Aren't the so-called Negroes in America in mourning? They're the most group of people that are unemployed, that don't have jobs, that get shot in the back by the police, that get handcuffed and put in the back of a squad car and get their brains blown out, and then the police say that they shot themselves or committed suicide. Who are the main people out here begging for money on these highways and on these streets, on these corners, man? Our people on this side, because we're in mourning. So the Jews in Israel, they're not in mourning right now. Their main concern is if Madonna could come and perform in Tel Aviv, so they could have that harlot Madonna perform for them, man. They're not mourning right now. They're not living in no ghettos. Which, if you look in the dictionary, the word ghetto, it simply means where the Jews dwell. Are the Jews in America, are the so-called Jews in America dwelling in the ghetto? No, they living in the suburbs. They control the stock market. They control the whole financial system. They control the rap and music industry. They control the sport entertainment world. They control Hollywood. They're not in mourning right now. The people on this song right here is the ones that are in mourning.
Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
That's right. It says they are black onto the ground, meaning they come in different shades of brown, which is normalcy. According to the word human, a human being, hue meaning color, and man meaning man, which means colored man. What the so-called white people have, or the Edomites, is called leprosy. We get there right now. Give me Leviticus 13 chapter, man. This is the mark that the Most High put on Cain after he killed his brother Abel, which Cain means weapon, and Abel means transitory.
Leviticus 13:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, when a man shall have in the skin of his flesh a rising, a scab, or a bright spot, and it be in the skin of his flesh like the plague of leprosy.
That's right. So this is what they were talking about. They were identifying the first symptoms of leprosy, which a lot of you just got. It's called vitiligo in today's term. So when you have starting to get white blotches in your skin, it's called vitiligo. When it starts to be all over your body and becomes a permanent fixture, it's called leprosy. Keep going. Which is the same damn thing. It's just a form of clean leprosy and unclean leprosy. Keep going.
Then he shall be brought unto Aaron the priest, or unto one of his sons the priests.
That's right.
And the priest shall look on the plague in the skin of the flesh.
That's right. So the Most High called having so-called white skin a plague, which really is not white skin. It's skin with no melanin. That's the reason why skin cancer is real prevalent amongst the Edomites, or the so-called white man, because the sun is pretty much attacking their skin cells, their epidermis layer, producing what you call melanoma, or skin cancer, because that's the plague. Keep going.
And when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague in sight be deeper than the skin.
That's right. When it's deeper than the skin, when jakes get a cut or when they get a scrape, the top layer of the epidermis peels off. And what's underneath that layer, underneath all that melanin, that melanated epidermis layer of skin, is just white meat, right? Keep going.
And the plague in the sight be deeper than the skin of his flesh, it is a plague of leprosy.
That's right, and that's what the so-called white man has, a plague of clean leprosy, which is a curse, which is a mark to set him apart amongst all the nations. Keep going.
And the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean.
That's right. So he's unclean. Keep going.
If the bright spot be white in the skin of his flesh, and in sight be not deeper than the skin, and the hair thereof be not turned white.
That's right, that it be not turned white. What does that mean? That it not be turned blonde. Because that's a mutation. That's a plague. That's a curse of the Most High. The Edomite nation, the so-called white man, is the nation that has the curse of the Most High.
Then the priest shall shut him up that hath the plague 7 days.
That's right, that's it on that. That's right. So we know now that the so-called white man is the one that's in control of everything, and he has the curse of Cain because he is the reincarnation of the children of Cain. He's the sons of Esau. They're the Edomites. What you have before that? Revelation 3. Yeah.
Revelation 3 and 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
Yep, that's right. Make them of the synagogue of Satan. The word synagogue means the chief house. So these people that are against us, the Amalekites, a nation in the nations of Edom, which is the so-called white man, it says they're the chief house of Satan. Can you hold that and give me Hebrews 12 and 16?
Hebrews 12